Hey guys, and welcome back to Pure Heart. Chris here, as usual, back again with another album review. And guys, as always, make sure you guys hit that like button onto this video and also comment down below what you guys thought about this album. And also, as always, if you're new here or a returning visitor and you haven't yet subscribed, then maybe hit that subscribe button. It really helps out this channel. But let's get into it. Here for Jesus is the latest from the GMA Dove Award nominated band, otherwise known as Nashville Life Music. And they began as a spontaneous gathering around a living room piano. They're now led by Grammy-winning songwriters by the name of Dwayne Hill, who's done songwriting for Lauren Daigle, and also Alvin Love III, who is the pastor's son, and he's also a producer. And this is their first actual studio album. They do have a live one, which is a more modernized version of this album. And from their first album, those are songs that you would probably hear onto any worship set lists for a church. This album, however, was probably one of the weirdest albums I ever listened to. That's one reason why I'm making a video about this, because this album is insane. They go from this opening prayer, which sounds really good. I honestly wish that they would have ended with a closing prayer just to wrap this in a little bow. Other than that, this album is weird. The reason why I say it's weird is because they have influences with different styles of music. In fact, even with the first song of this album after the opening prayer, which was called More Than Words, it goes into this late 70s / early 80s Prince mixed with Michael Jackson type of song. And I was like, what type of album is this? And that's not even the weird part, okay? The weird part comes a little bit later within some of these songs. And I was like, okay, so this is the type of album that we're going. The next song that they have, which is called In a Little While, is basically if ABBA and the Bee Gees were making Christian music back in the 70s. They even had like a little of Dancing Queen going into the first chorus, I believe. And then you got like songs like Reconciler and I've Got a Reason, which has this really upbeat type of gospelness to it. It was a little bit slower than those previous songs. And you have also very well-known artists with the song Shepherd that has the vocal leading of Leland, which is not my favorite song on here. Kind of one of those songs that kind of puts you to sleep. And that's not saying that it's actually a really bad song. It's just saying I just was not getting into the spirit. Lyrics, fantastic, just didn't sound as good as the previous songs beforehand. That also goes with the song Claim It All, and also the last song, which is called Available. And just like the slower songs, they just didn't really hit the mark for me because I didn't hear any of these songs beforehand. In fact, I was just looking for an album just to review, and then found this one and I was like, okay, let's do this. And then I got to Sing a Song Part 2 featuring Aaron Cole, who's a fantastic artist. It basically is a rap song in a worship / choir environment. And it was the weirdest song I have ever listened to off a worship album, just because it was able to blend so well. Wait, they went into full-on rap mode with also a choir into there, and it's one of the most catchiest choruses. I still have the chorus just stuck in my head as soon as they say sing a song, even with that nice little piano beat that they have. It's kind of like a modernized version of, say, a choir piano, and it sounds very lovely and just very like, okay, let's get into the groove of this. And then you would figure that that would be the weirdest part of this album. So, we got this, 70s, 80s style of music within the first two tracks, okay? Then we got a little bit more gospel-centered, okay, music. We're all keeping the worship vibe. Okay, we get a little bit slower, get a little bit of rap in there. Was one genre that we're missing, okay? Oh yeah, that's right. 80s hairband rock and roll with the title track, Here for Jesus. That's also one reason why the song available did not hit the landing is just because you're coming after one of the best tracks on this album. Personally, for my taste, I was like, dude, yeah, let's get into this worship vibe. It has a more of a big, huge stadium, which was, I think, that their song, what they were going for that song, all while keeping the same type of choir into the rest of these songs, but also making that 80s hair band type of style of music for Here for Jesus a little bit more modern. So that's why overall I'm gonna have to give this album a 4.75 out of 5 praise hands. An album musically that is one of the weirdest worship albums I have ever listened to in my entire life, but yet they're able to take different music genres into each song and still have this cohesive type of album that I have rarely seen in any type of album. An album that can do 70s, 80s, and even gospel, and even rock, and even some rap in there, and while keeping this worship vibe all into there of praising Jesus. This is definitely an album that you guys need to listen to. The reason why it's a 4.75 and not a 5, just for the song Shepherd, Claim It All, and Available, that just did not hit the mark for me. They're great songs, just musically they were not the strongest suits. Those 3 songs were really coming off of, a lot of good songs back to back. The lyrics for each of these songs is also really gospel centered, but it's not really the lyrics that is driving this album. It's really the different areas of music that they go. And it's really great for a worship album. There's a reason why that Psalms is the largest book in the Bible, or at least the one that has literally the most chapters in the Bible, is because it's literally a song / a hymn. It's also another reason why we have the Song of Songs in the Bible, is because, again, that's of how important music is in the Bible. That's why you have so many types of verses that says, sing a triumphant voice to the Lord our God, and praise God even in the midst of the storm. Okay, guess what? Praising is worshiping. Okay, that's the reason why worship music is so important into our daily lives, besides getting into the Word of God. It's such a vital tool, just because anyone can have a joyful noise in their voice, even if it's bad or good. But with that, if you guys would leave a like onto this video, and also comment down below what you guys thought about this album, and also what you guys want me to review, whether it be in the past, the present, or whatever it may be. I can talk about, I can make a video about it, whatever you guys need to do. Whether it be a music, whether it be a movie, whether it be some topics, you guys put it down in those comments and I will get to it. And also, as always, if you're new here or a returning visitor and you haven't yet subscribed, then hit that subscribe button. It really helps out this channel. With that, be the light. Know that you matter. Know that God loves you. Boom. Bye.